Well, I know it's not what your kids want to hear right now, but just because they're on break from school doesn't mean that the learning has to stop. Boy, do I sound like a mom or what? Melanie McClintock, Executive Director of the Arizona Center for After School Excellence, is here to tell us how to keep our kids engaged and learning over spring break. And it sounds easy, Melanie. As a parent, I'm sure you know it's not that easy, but why is it so important to keep them engaged?
Well, stop and think of when your children were babies and they're just this bright bundle of potential, and everything they're doing, they're learning and they're growing and they're developing. That does not change when they go to school. And all of a sudden we say, you learn in school and you stop learning when you're out of school.
Right.
As parents, we should be really looking at the whole day as opportunities for our children to continue to explore and learn. Play should be fun, but play should also be about learning.
Right, because inevitably we're going to hear the words, I'm bored. You know, I don't have anything to do. So what do you suggest? What can we do?
Well, I think it's, again, get them away from the screens, or moderate the amount of time they're in front of computers and in front of television, and let them just get involved. Have them plan a meal over spring break and let them be responsible for cooking. Take them to the library. Libraries are vast resources. Let them pick out books about subjects that they're interested in. You're not dictating the topic. And then once they come home and they get into the book, let them draw pictures, let them write stories, let them act out for the family what that book was all about.
Well, you know, and now is such a good time. So many places are offering, you know, specials and discounts and 2-for-1s, you know, to get you and your family to come during spring break. But you know what? Some parents work. Some parents can't be home during the week. So there are day camp options out there. What are your recommendations for that?
Well, and those are important, and there's some incredibly quality programs out there. But one, you don't want to find a program where you're just going to park your child. And though safety is critical, we want you to look for intentional programming. What are they doing with your child? Does your child have choices of activities? Does your child have opportunities for leadership in the program that they're putting them in? Are there opportunities for them to explore and discover, again, topics or facets of their own personality?
Right. Well, so it sounds like you're suggesting, you know, ask a lot of questions.
Absolutely.
Like you say, you just don't want to just drop them off. It's not daycare.
No.
It should be another opportunity for them to experience something new.
It's all about the child learning about themselves, learning about how to interact with their friends, and discovering new elements of their personality and of their interests.
Well, and it's not just spring break, it's also after school issues sometimes for parents. Where do you recommend people go to get more information and resources?
Well, there are two great places to go. One, if you go to the Expect More Arizona website, it is a resource-rich site for parents. But then secondly, for specific programming, go to our website at www.azafterschool.org. We have an online after-school directory. You can put in your address and say, I want to see programs within 3, 5, or 15 miles of my address.
Wow.
Google technology will pop up all kinds of alternatives, and then you start researching ones that are appropriate for your child and your child's interests.
You know what? I love what you've just said. You've made it really easy for us, and as parents, I know that we all appreciate that, but you still have to ask the questions to find out which program works for you.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
And you're looking for quality, you're looking for options, you're looking for nurturing staff. The research shows that the biggest value of these programs is really the relationships that the children have with the staff. And so you want a very nurturing, hands-on staff.
Wow, you know, I'll never forget the time my son wanted to go to a camp, and he just randomly picked it, and I thought, he's going by himself, didn't know anybody. We got there and he goes, bye mom, bye dad. And off he went. I mean, just what an experience that was for him. Melanie, thank you so much for all of this information. As parents, we certainly do appreciate you doing a little bit of the legwork for us. So you can stay in touch with all of the happenings in education around the state by simply connecting with Expect More Arizona, and there are several ways to do it. Their website is expectmorearizona.org, and they also are on Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter. And Melanie, thank you once again.